It is indeed funny that the respect and values attached to Naira notes, papers, is actually more than the value of human lives in Nigeria. Let's be serious now. Do you all remember the case of this woman who beat up her house help, a child? Please underline this. This house help was a 10 years old girl, a baby, 10-year-old. First of all, I want to ask you, our constitution, they support child labor? Lawyers in the house, please, I want to know. On the 29th day of January 2024, a case of child abuse happened in Anambra State. They've been bring this matter come social media, but we no can know how it take end. This woman said, and I quote, that her 10 years old house girl was having sex with her 6 years old son inside her car.
And saw the girl on top of my child, my 6 years old son, naked without banging her, as like she was having sex with my son in the car.
Okay, Linus, let's not even argue about that. Hey darling, I will tell you your story is quite confusing.
She's not even remorseful.
She's not even remorseful. But for you to start telling us that something happened in the afternoon, you kept it, in the night, they took light, you started killing her, and she fell on this thing, and even her private parts was stitched. After sitting on the fire, she got up and they sat on the fire again. No. She got up and they did like this for the blade to do the final cutting by setting.
I personally do not believe it, and I surely believe the Nigerian police will not believe this blunder of lies. The police said this after their investigation.
On January 29, 2024, this suspect accused her of this and proceeded to tie her hands, tie her mouth, and also tie her hands and flogged her. She also inserted a hot knife into her private parts and poured ground pepper into it as well. She then placed a hot electric iron. She plugged an electric iron into the electric socket, allowed it to be hot, and used it on the maid's cheek and on her two buttocks.
Now, I want to ask questions. What happened to that woman that did all this to a 10-year-old? Was she persecuted for it? Was the family of the child compensated for this? Or the case was closed without us knowing? Everybody is a human being and everybody should be treated equally. If the life of that 10-year-old girl does not matter, then none of us matters. Are there no women of integrity in Nigeria anymore? Are there no women in Anambra State? If you are a mother that carried her child for 9 months, a father that has a daughter that he cares about, or a brother that has a sister that has a sister, if you watch this video and went silent without speaking for justice for this 10-year-old girl, the universe will surely judge you. How can a person treat a human being like a roasted animal? She first used knife designed to get vagina, as if that was not enough. She can carry pepper put inside. It was so bad that they had to stitch her, plug iron for wall, wait may you hot, carry and design the small girl body. Where is human rights in Nigeria? A 10-year-old girl, a child, a baby, she be like those baby sisters where you love so much. Your daughters, must she be your blood before you speak up for her? Abi as now poor person picking, you no matter as usual. It is beginning to look like the life of the poor masses no longer concerns the government anymore. If not, explain to me the duty of the human rights. If you cannot stand for an innocent girl, you are the one that did this to her. If the said girl child was facing an ailment, we will say okay, now sickness they do her. But now it is a human being treating another human being worse than an animal, inflicting pains on a child, not just beating and roasting her with hot objects. She abandoned her without treatment, and all of you are quiet because no rich man name join her name. I remember when they molest one actress speaking, the whole internet jam. Una come with una eye service as usual, form support. Now an innocent child that comes from a poor family, born of a nobody, where they almost won't kill the girl, your eye service no let you post them. I challenge those in Nigeria. If you have integrity, if you have a mind for humanity, the right time to show your power is speaking for the voiceless, those that can't help themselves. Come on, they are humans. Come on, they have blood in their veins. Come on, they feel pains too. If Nigeria are for only rich people, una for not give everybody passports. You all want a better future for Nigeria, yet you create damaged children. That is why we have adults with childhood trauma, mentally broken people. You think because they are not your family members, it does not affect you. The rich and powerful don't want to speak up or help the poor, but when it affects the rich and powerful, they won't make the poor cry and speak for them. What a culture we are living in, filled with injustice and oppression. I want to call on the first lady of Anambra State, all the women in Anambra State and Nigeria in general. If you know you are a mother and your womb has carried a child for 9 9 months and you love that your child. Speak for this child. Stand up for her innocence. It was not her choice to become a house help. Life happens to everyone. To the First Lady of Anambra State, we want justice for this girl. Give us more updates and more insights on the justice served on this story. If we don't do it this way, it will keep happening and happening and happening.